Coffee in a can, which was weird. I feel like I'm drinking a beer when I'm drinking coffee out of a can. I don't know why that's weird, but it is weird. It is actually sunny out today. I am in a decent mood. Recently here in the Northwest, there's been a lot of forest fires and the air has been very bad. And it's been sometimes, at least where I live, snowing ash from the forest fires over back east. It's like some post-apocalyptic movie or something. You know that scene in Terminator 2? She's on the fence and it's like that. What I actually wanted to talk to you guys about is something that happened a lot during the meet and greets while Rest Repose was on tour. Now, I think it's sewn into our fabric as a society as part of maybe a small talk, or if you're not familiar with someone, to ask them, what do you do for a living? Now, when I get that question, if I am at a gathering or I'm meeting some of my lady's friends for the first time or something like that, I also get asked, so what do you do? And that's always kind of weird for me because I don't really know how to explain easily what I do to people who aren't in this world. So normally, 9 times out of 10, I just say, I'm a musician. And following that thread, when I would meet a lot of you guys at a meet and greet or a VIP thing at a Rest Repose show, every time I would naturally in conversation ask, well, what do you do? A lot of you were really ashamed to say what you did, and that bummed me out a little bit. Most of the time when I would ask somebody that came to the meet and greet, so what do you do? 9 times out of 10, they would say something along the lines of, it's nothing like this. Like I'm expecting everyone to be a YouTuber or touring musician or something like that. I would be genuinely curious what they did because of the broad scope of all of you guys. I would always be kind of excited to ask what all of you guys did. Even if it's something as non-glamorous as, I just work at McDonald's. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You're earning your money. Be proud of making your money. But every time someone would inevitably say, I don't do anything like this. I just work at McDonald's. I couldn't help but ask, well, what do you want to do? And once I asked that, a lot of the time they would go, oh, well, I'm really into insert cool thing here. And then we would have a conversation about that. And inevitably, I would try to get them thinking about how they could get from working at a fast food joint to doing graphics for a computer company or Pixar or something like that. Then you can get them to talk. They're talking about the thing that they love. And what I would always try to drive home to them is, you can do what you love. It just takes a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. But everybody has to start somewhere. And for some of us, that's at McDonald's or working at a junkyard or a gas station or something like that. I started washing dishes at a really crappy restaurant when I was 15 and a half, and I didn't know any better, but the guy who owned the restaurant didn't even allow me to use the bathroom. I would show up and I would work for 9 straight hours with no breaks. I would get home, I would be pale, having no idea what my actual rights were. Like, I was allowed to have a 15-minute break every couple hours or take a lunch. I was never allowed to do any of that stuff just because I didn't know. That was a crappy job, but I learned so much from that job. And back then, if I was asked, oh, what do you do for a living? I would be stoked. I would be like, yo, I got myself a jobby job. I earn my money and I wash dishes and it's sick. What I didn't actually know is it wasn't that sick, but there were better things ahead. There were greener pastures because from there, the only place to go is up. What I saw touring across the country was a lot of people ashamed that they were in a certain part in their journey, and there's never anything wrong. It's the fact that you are on the journey. That is what is important, and that is something that you can all be proud of. You wanna be a YouTuber, you wanna be a graphics artist for Pixar or Disney, Do you want to be an extra on The Walking Dead because you're super into zombie cosplay? You know what? You can do anything you want. Do it. No one's stopping you. Is there such thing as professional coffee drinker? Because I would like to apply for that. I want to set my goals to be a professional coffee drinker. All I really wanted to say with this vlog is you should never be ashamed to say what you are doing in order to support yourself. In my mind, it would be way worse to say that you are unable to support yourself for whatever reason. The fact that you can go and support yourself and get a job anywhere and make any amount of income is something to be proud of. Just this morning in my Facebook memories, it was a video of the first time I got super stoked that I actually recorded a song in the barn that I lived in, because I literally lived in a barn 8 years ago, and I had a gateway computer and I had a Line 6 UX2 interface, and I was just so stoked and so happy that I got a song together, and it was awesome. It took me like 2 weeks to do it, but I was so proud of myself in that moment that I decided to take a video and post it on Facebook. And fast forward 8 years later, and here we are. And I didn't even dream of doing any of this stuff, but at that point in my journey, I was just learning, and I lived in a barn, and I was totally happy with that because at least I could support myself doing that. That's all I have for today. Be well to yourself and others. I will see you very soon. Fluff out.